What if eating well every day is more important for living to be 100 than good fortune or costly medical procedures? The produce section may hold the key to improved health and a longer lifespan for millions of senior citizens. Surprisingly, it has nothing to do with complicated diets or unusual ingredients. There are roughly 5 basic fruits. The 5 fruits that older adults should consume every day in order to maintain their mental clarity, mobility, and vitality well into their 90s, and possibly even reach that triple-digit birthday, are revealed in this video. These are not claims of miracles or trendy fruits of the moment. Decades of anecdotal evidence from people who appear to defy aging one bite at a time, as well as actual research, support each of these. From juicy fruits that help protect your arteries to tiny berries that are full of compounds that boost the brain, we are going to look at how eating the right fruit on a regular basis can make your body stronger and younger. You might discover that your daily snack holds the key to a longer, more energetic life if you stick with me through to the end. This video is for you if you think that growing older does not mean slowing down but rather learning to pay attention to what your body needs most. Let us begin. First up, blueberries. One of the best indicators of a fruit is value. When researchers continue to refer to it as brain food, adding blueberries to your daily routine has earned. Few natural foods can provide as much support for older adults as this little deep blue fruit, especially for those who wish to maintain mental acuity well into their 80s and 90s. Antioxidants, especially a class known as anthocyanins, which have been demonstrated to preserve aging brain cells and enhance memory function over time, are what give blueberries their exceptionally high antioxidant content. Regular consumption of blueberries offers more than just a delightful, reviving snack. By doing this, you are giving your brain the resources it needs to fend off the deterioration that frequently occurs with aging. One of the primary causes of cognitive aging and memory issues, oxidative stress, is decreased by these antioxidants. To put it another way, oxidative stress is similar to rust accumulation in the wiring of your brain. Blueberries also aid in cleaning it. According to studies, older adults who regularly eat blueberries exhibit better brain cell communication and score higher on memory tests. That means fewer frustrating things, improved memory, and clearer thinking. What happened to my keys? Moments. However, blueberries' advantages extend beyond the brain. Additionally, they promote healthy blood pressure, control blood sugar, and lessen inflammation all over the body. As many of us are aware, inflammation is a silent cause of a number of chronic illnesses, heart issues, joint pain, and even some forms of cancer. Additionally, by consuming foods like blueberries that quench that inner fire, you are allowing your body to repair, defend, and flourish from the inside out. Let me tell you about Walter, an 81-year-old man who began incorporating a small bowl of blueberries into his morning oatmeal. He had no intention of altering his life. Taste was all he cared about. However, after a few months, he became aware that he was not stumbling for names as much and felt more alert in the mornings. His doctor also reported a slight improvement in his blood pressure. "I was not expecting much, but somehow my mind just feels clearer, like I am more present," Walter said. Giving your body the precise amount of nourishment it requires each day, even in tiny amounts, is the silent power of consistency. Eating a pint a day is not necessary. It only takes a handful in the morning, mixed into yogurt, or even mixed into a smoothie to produce consistent benefits over time. The secret is to make it a daily ritual rather than an occasional indulgence. Because your entire body follows when your brain is properly fed. For the sake of your future self as well as taste, think about picking up a container of blueberries the next time you are at the store. Because those little berries might be sowing the seeds for a stronger, more confident, and more clear tomorrow. Avocados come in second. The avocado is one fruit that has fundamentally altered our perception of fat. For the majority of our lives, we were taught that fat was unhealthy and that avoiding it would help maintain the health of our hearts. However, we now understand that not all fats are made equal. Furthermore, monounsaturated fat, the type of fat present in avocados, is one of our most potent allies for aging well, particularly when it comes to heart health, joint comfort, and sustaining our energy levels as we age. Avocados contain plant-based compounds that naturally lower inflammation throughout the body, and they are high in potassium, which helps control blood pressure. For senior citizens, that is crucial. One of the hidden causes of many age-related problems, including arthritis, flare-ups, blood vessel damage, and even persistent fatigue, is chronic inflammation. You are getting more than just a satisfying, creamy fruit when you include avocado in your diet. You are actively extinguishing the inflammation-fueled fires that gradually erode you. When it comes to joint health, there is an additional special benefit. Avocados contain natural oils and nutrients that lubricate joints and increase flexibility, particularly in the hips and knees. This translates to increased confidence when crossing the room or getting in and out of the car, as well as less stiffness when you wake up. Additionally, avocados actually increase the health benefits of other nutritious foods you eat because they aid in the body's absorption of fat-soluble vitamins like A, D, E, and K. It enhances the value of your entire meal, much like a catalyst. I recall having a conversation with Janet. She is now 76 years old. Before, her daughter brought some to her while she was visiting, who said she had never touched an avocado. She did not enjoy the texture at first. My mouth felt like butter. She chuckled. However, her daughter kept mashing it on toast or adding slices to her salad. Janet soon began eating half an avocado every day without hesitation. Her cholesterol levels had improved after 3 months. Her pulse rate had decreased. Most significantly, she reported that her knees no longer hurt after her morning walks. She said, "I feel younger than I should." And really, is not that the objective? You do not have to become an expert on guacamole. It is sufficient to add a few slices to your lunch, mix it into a tuna salad, or spread it on toast and season it with salt and pepper. Consistency is crucial. It is worthwhile to make time each day for something so basic when it can have such a subtle yet significant impact on how your body feels and works. Please let me know in the second comment below if you are still watching this video and finding these insights helpful. To ensure you do not miss any videos, I advise you to subscribe and turn on the bell if you have not already. We can keep producing high-quality content to educate and uplift you thanks to your support. Alright, let us proceed. Pomegranates come in at number 3. The pomegranate was referred to as the fruit of life by ancient cultures for a reason. A cluster of tiny seeds, brimming with flavor, juice, and some of the most potent plant compounds known to modern science, are found inside each vivid red shell. This is a fruit that seniors should be aware of, particularly those who are worried about circulation and heart health. Pomegranates help your body where it counts most: your arteries, blood flow, and defense against unseen inflammation. That is why they taste good. The special antioxidants found in pomegranates, such as punic, have been demonstrated to lower oxidative stress and aid in preventing the accumulation of plaque in arteries. To put it another way, pomegranates clean up your blood vessels. Our arteries naturally narrow and stiffen as we age, a process that frequently goes unnoticed until it becomes an issue. However, pomegranate juice's polyphenol keep those blood vessels elastic, flexible, and free of the blockages that can cause heart attacks or strokes. That is not all, though. Additionally, pomegranates promote improved blood flow, particularly to the extremities and brain. For this reason, many people who regularly eat pomegranates report feeling more focused and having more energy throughout the day. This type of support is not only beneficial, but it can change the course of an older adult's life when their circulation begins to gradually deteriorate year after year. Imagine having more mental clarity, walking farther without getting tired, and even experiencing fewer leg cramps at night. It all stems from a small fruit that has existed for centuries. Ed, a 72-year-old retiree, had been feeling lethargic and irritated, as I recall. His doctor advised him to take medication after noticing that his blood pressure was gradually rising. Ed, however, wanted to start with lifestyle adjustments. Every morning, he began to have a small glass of pure pomegranate juice with his breakfast. Just the real thing, without any added sugar. His blood pressure had somewhat decreased within a few months, and he also observed that he was waking up feeling more rested. In his own words, "It is like my body feels cleaner inside, something is working, but I cannot explain it." Just a heads up now. Although eating pomegranates can be messy, you do not always have to struggle with the entire fruit. Fresh pomegranate seeds are available in cups at many supermarkets, or you can choose 100% juice. Just be sure it is free of additives and sugar. You can even use a few spoonfuls of the seeds sprinkled on oatmeal or yogurt. This is not about developing a food obsession. Giving your body the nourishment it requires to remain strong, clear, and vibrant from the inside out is the goal. Incorporating pomegranate into your routine not only nourishes your body but also invests in years of improved energy, circulation, and cognition. Apples are number 4. The adage, "An apple a day," may seem archaic, but there is a reason it has endured for so many generations. One of the easiest and most readily available fruits is the apple. However, their advantages for older adults are far greater than most people realize, particularly in terms of immune support, digestive health, and even lowering the risk of major diseases like diabetes and stroke. This inconspicuous fruit quietly performs a great deal of work. One of apples' most potent qualities is the amount of fiber they contain, especially soluble fiber, which helps control blood sugar levels and maintains a steady and easy digestion. Many of us discover that our digestive systems are not functioning as well as they once did as we get older. Bloating, sluggish metabolism, and irregularity can all appear gradually. However, apples aid in reviving things in a natural, gentle manner. They move through your system like nature's broom, making everything run a little more smoothly. Additionally, that same fiber is essential for heart health. Because it binds to bad LDL cholesterol in the digestive tract and flushes it out before it can clog your arteries, soluble fiber helps lower bad LDL cholesterol. Just making time for one fruit each day can result in improved circulation, fewer blockages, and a lower risk of heart attacks and strokes. Additionally, apples contain a plant compound called quercetin, which has anti-inflammatory and immune-boosting properties. This explains why regular apple consumption during the winter months is associated with fewer colds, faster recovery times, and increased resilience in older adults. Let me tell you about Alice, a 78-year-old woman who always believed apples were only a kid's snack. When she wanted something simple, she would frequently reach for cookies or crackers. However, she began substituting a crisp apple and a slice of cheddar cheese for her afternoon snacks after attending a nutrition seminar at her neighborhood senior center. Within weeks, she noticed that she felt fuller for longer, had fewer cravings for sweets, and was waking up less frequently during the night. It was not a significant change. Her A1C levels even showed a slight improvement, according to her doctor. She told me that although I did not have high expectations, there is something satisfying about it. I am happier, and so is my stomach. That is the problem. It is not about making drastic changes all at once. It all comes down to little decisions that add up. Although one apple might not seem like much, it develops into a pattern over the course of weeks and months. And you build your foundation on those patterns. Regular apple consumption trains your body to maintain a healthy weight, ease digestion, and stabilize blood sugar. When we work with our bodies rather than against them, it becomes much easier to manage all of those things that become more difficult as we age. The fruit bowl on your counter is the perfect solution if you are looking for a quick and easy way to improve your health. Grab an apple because it works, not because it is hip or trendy. And sometimes we already have the answers we need. All they have done is wait for us to notice them in silence. Please let me know in the 4th comment below if you are still watching this video and finding these insights helpful. To ensure you do not miss any videos, I advise you to subscribe and turn on the bell if you have not already. We can keep producing high-quality content to educate and uplift you thanks to your support. Alright, let us proceed. The 5th item is avocados. The avocado is one fruit that has subtly gained recognition as a champion of vitality and longevity, particularly for older adults. Although it does not taste as sweet as the other fruits we have discussed, it is still a fruit. Do not be fooled by that, though. Every soft green scoop contains a wealth of essential nutrients, heart-healthy fats, and anti-aging substances that support your joints, heart, brain, and more. This is the type of food that improves your quality of life in addition to extending it. The abundance of monounsaturated fats in avocados sets them apart from other fruits. These are the good fats, the ones that lower inflammation, promote good cholesterol, and give your brain the energy it needs to function properly. Our brains are more susceptible to deterioration as we age. Focus wanders, memory lapses, and mental exhaustion more readily. However, avocados also contain important vitamins like vitamin E, folate, and B6, as well as healthy fats that help shield brain cells from harm and promote long-term, steady cognitive function. Additionally, that same fat-nutrient combination keeps joints lubricated and pain-free. A simple yet effective way to help seniors who are experiencing stiffness, arthritis, or limited mobility is to include half an avocado in a salad or sandwich. Avocado's anti-inflammatory qualities promote greater flexibility and reduce joint swelling. Avocados are also a surprisingly wise choice for people who are trying to control their blood sugar levels or maintain a healthy weight. They are a filling and stabilizing component of any meal, even though they are high in calories. They also help you feel fuller for longer and avoid blood sugar spikes. Harold, an 81-year-old man I once spoke with, began including avocado in his breakfast every morning. He did this without using fancy smoothies or intricate recipes, just a simple slice on whole grain toast with salt and pepper. A few months later, he noticed that his afternoon fog had begun to clear up and his knees were no longer hurting as much. He said, "I used to hit a wall around 2 p.m. I am currently reading a good book or pruning hedges outside. I no longer even consider that slump." Even though it took some time, that quiet consistency was crucial. And that is essentially the message for today. There is no magic or hype behind these superfoods. By consistently appearing in your meals, they practice presence. In a world of shifting trends, avocados in particular provide stability. You do not have to spend a lot of money on supplements or follow the newest diet. All you have to do is develop eating habits that promote your overall well-being. Make avocado a regular guest at your table by slicing it with eggs, mash it on toast, or scoop it into a salad. Over time, it will subtly support your heart, mind, and mobility in ways that really matter, even if it does not stand out for attention. Please let me know in the 5th comment below if you are still watching this video and finding these insights helpful. To ensure you do not miss any videos, I advise you to subscribe and turn on the bell if you have not already. We can keep producing high-quality content to educate and uplift you thanks to your support. Alright, let us proceed. Last words. Growing older does not imply a loss of vitality. It does not imply that we should just tolerate any pains, exhaustion, or mist that may arise. For many of us, growing older actually serves as an invitation to take a more serious look at our lifestyle choices, including our diet, mobility, and way of life. And it almost seems too good to be true when you learn that something as easy as including fruit in your daily routine can help your heart, improve your memory, ease joint pain, and even extend your life by years. In actuality, however, nature has always been providing us with the answers. All we need to do is listen. Each of these fruits contributes, whether it is the fiber in apples, the potassium in bananas, the antioxidants in blueberries, the vitamin C in kiwis, or the healthy fats and avocados, not only in our lifespan but also in our quality of life. The benefits do not just add up. They multiply when you combine them and incorporate them into your daily routine rather than treating yourself occasionally. Together, they strengthen various bodily systems and assist you in building a more robust and well-balanced foundation for the years to come. Here's what I want you to remember from all of this. It is not necessary to completely change your diet all at once. You do not have to live off smoothies or become an expert on health. Simply begin with what seems manageable. Perhaps you include a banana in your morning meal. For a simple dessert, you might have blueberries in the freezer. In the afternoon, perhaps you reach for an apple with cheese rather than a cookie. Consistently making small changes frequently yields the greatest benefits. Being flawless is not important. It all comes down to intentionality. Thus, cheers to your well-being, resilience, and future. To believe in your heart that your best years are yet to come, and to take tiny daily steps that eventually add up to big, lovely changes. Sometimes all it takes is one fruit. We appreciate you being here with us today. We would be delighted to hear from you. Tell us about one thing you learned today and how you intend to apply it in your life in the comments section below. We value your opinions, so please feel free to express them. We are greatly inspired and encouraged by reading your comments. Please like, subscribe, and share this video if you found it entertaining and useful. We can keep producing high-quality content to educate and uplift you thanks to your support. We appreciate your time and hope to see you in the upcoming video.